Gundam.tk presents High Grade, Genoace Custom. Hey, what's up again everybody? Robert184, 2Rs2Bs, YouTube and Gundam.tk. Good to have you here as it's time to take a look at the High Grade, Genoace Custom, yes, the cool senpai for Flit from Gundam Age. This kit came out in November of 2011. It sells for 1,200 Japanese yen. And here's its name and number, and it's number 4 in the High Grade series. The advanced grade came out early and sells for half the price at 600 yen, and this kit is just a color variation in Wolf custom colors of the regular Genoace. The main reason I wanted to pick this up is just because the AG had some good points to it, but the high grade Genoace was a lot of fun to build, and yes, the high grade line is just so well engineered that it would be a shame for Flit not to have a proper ally watching his back in high grade. For a look around the box, I like that you're really getting a preview of the kind of plates that you're going to get and the color variations on there. There's quite a strange choice that Bandai made. But then you're going to have a front and rear shot, and of course the most noticeable thing is that it's going to be white, although there is a nice bit of gray mixed in there, which the advanced grade did not have. There you'll see the personal mark, which they make a big deal of, and with an action base you can actually pull off some really cool poses. Here you're going to have the shield, and it's going to be able to hold the personal mark, as it says there. And the beam spray gun, the 3B it's called here, is going to have a large knife/bayonet which attaches underneath and can be used as a personal weapon. Good to see that it's got some color variation there in the gray. Hopefully it works when you actually open it up. For one of the lamer Gundam weapons though, they talk about how you can switch the beam saber for the heat stick, which is actually getting a fair bit of play. It does seem to have color variation between the two different grays there. But the main point being of the Genoace and the Genoace Custom is just that it's got that clear part which covers up the face, and actually seems to have a little bit of a robot smiley face under there with seals or eyes that hopefully something you can go add some color to, which may actually show through. To the other side where you get the story of Gundam Age and a shot of the anime character Wolf Eniako, there's his custom, looking good, his first mobile suit, an interesting recreation of a scene from one of the episodes, and the most important thing, when you take a look at this kit, unpainted out of the box, here's what you're going to get. You'll notice that there's some gray, but that bayonet is different from the beam spray gun, but it doesn't have a different colored hilt, so there's not going to be as much color in there, and it may be screaming out for a little bit of lining. Inside the box, you're going to get white with 2 separate gray parts, polycaps, a clear part for the visor, seals, and 3/4 of a gray plate with some beam sabers and Wolf's custom stickers along with the manual. To the A-plate, which is unsurprisingly mostly white, the only surprising part being really is that there's 2 separate gray injections and they are identical colors, so you'd think that those could have been beside each other. Just to compare it to the regular Genoace plate, you'll notice that these parts were molded in the salmon kind of pink, and over here you do have a darker gray which is just completely omitted from the Custom's A-plate. And as the advanced grade weeps at the existence of this much gray on the B-plate, you're going to have all the parts that you need here for the inner frame, including things like the manipulators, and to compare it to the regular Genoace, here you'll notice that this part was just swapped off and you're going to have the different kind of weapon down there, and different parts for thrusters and for the face under the clear mask. It's back to Wolf's favorite color for the C-plate, which is going to give you the custom parts for the head and shoulders and backpack, because if you compare it here, you'll notice that the shield is going to be identical along with the feet. These parts belonged only to the regular Genoace, so there are quite a few variations between the two kits. A full sheet of polycaps, SB6 for the beam sabers, and this faceplate is going to be identical there to the advanced grade, and quite a bit of a different shade of blue from the regular Genoace, which is CL1, as opposed to this CL2. 2 stickers in each of 2 colors here for the Genoace Custom, which compared to the regular Genoace had more green, this part for under the visor, and a whole bunch of little gray tick marks to add some color to the shoulders. But the best part is you have marking seals here for high grade 1144th Wolf Eniako marks. You're going to get 2 of them. They look to be slightly the same, or is that an optical illusion? Anyway, I'm sure that there's going to be a use for that second one if it's not already planned for this kit itself. To the manual itself, where I have to say that is some fantastic looking cover art, and I don't even know if this mobile suit deserves to have such great art. It looks good, but it doesn't quite look that good. Here you're going to have some information about the mobile suit, again the personal mark, and the pilot looking at his usual cocksure self. As you crack it open, you're going to get some color splash pages here, which is going to show off some of the other pilots of the Genoace. Here you've got Ragan, Drace, and you've got Flit Asno and his Gundam. They talk about their rivalry and how they will eventually come to respect one another. It is a little bit disappointing that this personal mark is on the back of the shield, so you're hardly ever going to see it, it seems. But in terms of the poses we've already seen around the box, very good posability, and something I was pleasantly surprised, and they don't advertise on the box, is that you're going to get another weapon. It's the marker shot, which is in yellow here, not yellow when you actually crack it open, but it's still cool that that episode where Flit and him go out in their contest to see who gets to pilot the Gundam is actually reflected here in the model. To the inside for a complete list of the plates and 40 cents, 40 yen a pop to replace them if you need to. After you build the chest and the backpack, which is regular from the different Genoace, build the head, the arms, they give you separate directions for each limb, and for the legs, and when you get down to the bottom and put it all together, including the skirts, you'll be left with a color page showing how simple it is to just pop the top half of the body onto the bottom one. The beam weapons actually look sort of interesting because you are going to at least get 3 parts there. For both of them, this part is in gray, not yellow. 2 parts for the shield, it shows you how to put the marking seal on, although it would be nice if they showed it to you straight on, so you know exactly how to line up the red part. How to interchange the weapons put on the shield, everything is very, very simple, as you might expect. And that weapon, and if you want to increase your poses, yes, action bases are your retail accessory friend. Overall, I'm pretty pleased with the unboxing, and it certainly seems to be worth already double the money of the advanced grade. Biggest surprises being A, that you're going to get the different colored weapons. Disappointing that the bayonet isn't going to have 2 colors when even the stick does have a different color hilt. But little bonuses like the fact that you're going to get 2 red stickers that you can put on the shield and perhaps bump one down a grade if you chose to. Anyway, it just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. That posability and that grainer frame hopefully is going to make a big difference and show an improvement on this one. Anyway, everybody, Robert184 Gundam.tk, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think with a comment down below about the MS character, video, and everything in between. See you next part for the parts. Nice choice, kid. Let me tell ya, you're not gonna regret it.